There's a lot of people with disabilities. They feel like they can't do anything. So to be able to see me achieving these levels of success, it just gives other people hope. So I can't see anything while I'm running. Think of it kind of like a three-legged race. Instead of being tethered together by your legs, we're tethered together by our hands. Just like a simple shoestring that we loop around our fingers. And we have 2 lanes on the track, so we only have 4 people in a final. So the guide is very important because if I don't have him, I'll run off the track, I'll run out my lane. And I've done that a lot of times growing up through different guides. Came down with Kawasaki's disease, which gave me glaucoma at the age of 15 months old. At the age of 3, I had a surgery for my left eye, caused it to shrink into its eye socket. I always ask people, sometimes I'm like, which one you think is the fake eye? And they always say, you're right. I'm like, no, it's my left. I'm like, how you could tell? It's because it looks a little too real. And that was a frustrating period of time as well, because one moment you're able to see well enough to, of course, play basketball, but then now I'm not even able to see a piece of paper that is like this big, not even exaggerating. I dealt with depression, and then when the doctors told me when I was 13 years old that you got calcium deposits over your eye and there's really nothing that we can do, it was very frustrating, because it's like, well, now what? I actually started track and field when I was 12 years old. And I used to hate track. I'm not even gonna lie, I hated track. I went to the Missouri School for the Blind, and that's when I actually got exposed to sports. And I was like, okay, I guess sports, this is something that I can do. And when Paralympics came around, it was one of those things where it's like, I wanna do that, I can do that, but how can I get there? How can this be? And of course, just doors started opening, one thing leads to another, and here I am today. I didn't even know about the Paralympics, honestly, as a kid. I had a dream to become the basketball player. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, I just started getting slapped in the face with the basketball, so that dream kind of went downhill. There's a lot of people with disabilities. They feel like they can't do anything. So to be able to see me achieving these levels of success, it just gives other people hope at the same time. I don't know how many times I've had parents come up to me saying that, my kid that is blind, saw your videos and now they have a dream to become a Paralympic athlete just like you, or even just to try a sport, and then, they take off running. I'm like, that's amazing, to me, and it's humbling at the same time, because who am I to be able to inspire these kind of, people to be able to achieve or even go forward. Being able to push yourself beyond what you believe is impossible. I wanted to be the first and only totally blind athlete under 11 seconds. I'm now the first. It gives me a feeling of, accomplishment in the sense of, hey, I was the first one to show these guys and let them know and let anybody know that comes after me, it's possible. You can do it. You just gotta go out there and you gotta work for it.